Test. Everyone, welcome to Bannerwood Field in Bellevue, where Skyline Spartans will be the home team against Woodinville in the first round of playoffs for King County. Skyline comes in as the first seed, and Woodinville comes in, I believe, as the sixth. So let's go quickly through the lineups. The announcers have already done that. Quickly for Woodinville, we have up first for Woodinville is shortstop Eli Jones, number 10. Up second is catcher, number 4, Nathan Woodside. Up third is DH, number 7, Tyler Jones. Right fielder, fourth batter is number 1, Ty Vandal. Left fielder, number 6, Braden Perry is up fifth. First baseman, number 11, Alex Wenzel is up sixth. Up seventh is second baseman, number 3, Denny Roberto. Batting number 8 for Woodinville is third baseman Andrew Hennessy, number 12. Center field, batting ninth, number 18 is Noah Bipany. And rounding up is the lineup for Woodinville, the pitcher Cooper Aguilar, number 13. Skyline, of course, is going to go with a lot of their veterans in the lineup. Left fielder starting is Braden Bartholomew, number 1. Batting second is shortstop number 15, Jackson Manold. Batting third is center fielder number 4, Mason Perillo. Batting fourth is catcher number 10, Agassi Owen. Batting fifth is first baseman Dylan Ludwigson, number 7. Batting next up is right fielder number 17, Ryan Tobler. DH today is number 2, Dylan Folkman. Blake Goldthwait is number 14, and he is playing third again today, of course. Otis Fontenelle is in at second base, number 6, and pitching tonight for Skyline is number 9, Michael Grimmer. Go Skyline. Big win earlier today for the first round of the playoffs in King County soccer. The Spartans shut out Jackson of Everett 9-0 behind 5 goals by James Cairns, 2, followed up by 2 off the bench by the formerly injured, now playing very well, played very well for his first game back off the bench with 2 goals. Kadura. So Skyline coming into today with a big win to start off their soccer playoff hopes. They'll play again Tuesday against Newport at Newport. Here it's in the south portion of Bothell, just off I-90 and I-405. We are at Bannerwood Stadium, which is a neutral stadium. I believe all playoff games for baseball are played in neutral stadiums to give both teams the same advantage. We have one more ump on the field for playoffs. There's 2 in the field and 1 behind the plate. Game time, we're looking at about 55 degrees. The lights have just come on. And it looks like there's a little bit of a lip between where the artificial turf meets the outfield grass. And I'm not sure if that'll play with any issues unless a ball is hit sharply on the ground and maybe bounce up and making it tough play for the fielders. But We'll see what we'll see. On the mound, you can see Grimmer getting ready to warm up with Agassi Owen. On the bench tonight for Skyline, we have Connor Schooneman, Jackson Buis, Yuki Ikiuchi, Caden Culver, who typically runs for Agassi Owen when he gets on, Dylan Imamura, Jacob Lindley, and Brendan Ryan, who pitched 3 shutout innings the last game of the season for Skyline in their last win of the year. Actually, I'm mistaken at the second to the last game. I didn't make the last game due to us broadcasting the soccer game, the last soccer game of the season. So I don't have any stats for the last. Actually, I don't have any stats. Basically, I get a roster and we just go with it.
Camera's going in and out here. Switching out the batteries. Fix it. Here's that those ones were dead. My mic is.
And yes, we have Skylar tonight at the baseball game.
Shocker.
Yes, we do.
So I'll be trying to run the scoreboard. I might get a little bit behind though, so sorry in advance.
I think the scoreboard will be fine. It's nice that we can see the scoreboard from here too. So
it's pretty far away though.
If Skylar messes up or misses something, he can always go to the scoreboard. So
they won't be able to see it.
We are about to get underway. Shortstop Eli Jones warming up and stepping in the box.
We got Stacy Schooneman tuning in from Oregon today.
All right.
Unusual.
Stacy Schooneman. Hi, Stacy.
As well as Pat and Gerald tuning in from Florida.
Swing and a fly ball infield. Minold running back. He gives way to Mason Perello, who makes the catch in shallow left center for the first out of the evening.
What an exciting start.
Catcher Nathan Woodside steps in left-handed for Woodinville. Low for ball 1. Had a nice tailgate party outside the stadium just before the game. It was raining a little bit earlier for the previous game, but we come into a rain-free game so far right now. Strike on the outside corner. 1-1 to Woodside. That ball is also over. Nice off-speed pitch. So 1-2 to Woodside with 1 out. Swing and a foul. One-two pitch. That ball is right at Jackson Minold, who throws to Ludwigson first for out number 2. Nice backup by Agassi Owen. And textbook play by the catcher. And great play also by Jackson Minold to get that ball quickly to Ludwigson. Speedy number 2 hitter in Woodside. So Tyler Jones, the DH, is now up for Woodinville. Tall Jones. Slow curveball inside for ball 1. High fastball, ball 2. That ball is over. Curveball. Nice curveball. 2-1 to Jones. That ball is swung and missed for strike two. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jones. Looper just misses on the inside. So the count's full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And you lost him.
Third out. Oh, wait, no.
So Grimmer with a high fastball that's out of the zone and walks Jones. So the number 4 hitter, Ty Vandal, is up for Woodinville with 1 on and 2 outs. Outside and in the dirt for ball 1. Great job by Agassi to keep the ball within reaching distance. That is over the plate. Fastball in the inside corner for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Off-speed pitch for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. That ball is looped right at Otis, who picks it up and throws to first for the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 left on. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we will go to the bottom of the 1st with Skyline, Braden Bartholomew, Jackson Minold, and Mason Perello, the top 3. This stadium is interestingly owned by Seattle University, the Red Hawks, and we were at Seattle U last weekend in Seattle at Capitol Hill area. So it's interesting to be at a Seattle U baseball field that is not in Seattle. Very nice facility here. Left-hander pitching for Woodinville, Angela Cooper. That hit to Otis Fontenelle was right smack on, right to him, and he looked like he might have bobbled it a little bit, but gained control quickly and was able to throw to Ludwigson for the 3rd out. Nice job by Dylan, or by Otis to get a hold of that ball and regain control. Nice shot of the umpire there. Umpire's been at a couple of Skyline games this year. Left fielder Braden Bartholomew leading off for Skyline. Shouts of Bart, Bart, Bart. That ball is over for strike one. Looked like an off speed pitch. Inside for ball one. That ball is swung on and fouled for strike two. Low and in the dirt for ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball is in there, and Bartholomew is caught looking for strike three right over. Bartholomew talking to Jackson about maybe where the strike zone might be lined up. Jackson Manold with the bright green cleats on tonight. Swing and a foul. If they have room, there's room, but the ball drops foul in the grass. Ball is laced right between the gap of short and third for a base hit for Jackson Manold. So 1 on for Mason Perello.
The center fielder, number 4, Mason Perello.
And we have our first base hit of the game. Jackson Manold right in that infield gap. Third baseman for Woodinville is playing pretty close to the bag. Low fastball for ball one. Ball got there in a hurry. Swing and a foul, out of play for strike one. Low for ball two. That's the second time. He's throwing a pitch to Perello. Swing and a foul back for strike two. Just under it. Well, well under it. Balls and 2 strikes to Mason. Inside and low for ball three. Full count to Mason Perello. Old takes a tentative lead at first. And that is in the dirt, and Perello walks. So Perello able to come back from 1 ball and 2 strike count to draw a walk for Agassi Owen. Cleanup hitter, Agassi Owen. outside for ball one. I don't think they'll try to pitch inside to Agassi, but they might. Lefty, it's going to be hard to hit Agassi from the left side, but Agassi does crowd the plate when he steps in to hit the ball. Outside for ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out and 2 on for Agassi. Low high curveball that misses. 3-0 to Agassi Owen. Cooper's thrown 6 straight balls. And that will be the 7th. Bases loaded for Dylan Ludwigson, first baseman. The coach will come out and have a word with the pitcher. Caden Culver will come in and run for Agassi. Agassi, who has a little bit of a conversation with Dylan on what to expect at the plate. Nice communication.
Coach isn't too happy with Woodinville at all. Come on, guys. You can do better than this. He walks away.
One out. Dylan steps in with the bases juiced. That ball is in there for strike one. Low fastball. I think he was taken all the way. Outside. Curveball, but catches part of the plate for strike two.
Uh-oh.
Dylan Ludwigson with an 0-2 count. Fouls it back to stay alive. That ball was over the plate, too. Nice cut by Dylan to keep alive. Third baseman is in. Almost, he's stepping on the edge of the grass. And the first baseman is also in, but not really trying to keep Culver on at first. Swing and a foul for the count of 0-2, 0-2 to stay. 1 out. Swing into the gap in left center. It's going to be trouble. That's going to give me extra bases for Dylan Ludwigson. He drives in 2, drives in 3. Nope. And he's saved. Culver comes in as the catcher, drops the ball, and that will be a bases clearing double by Dylan Ludwigson. And just like that, it's 3-0 Skyline.
You can just see the catcher drop the ball here, and Caden slides right in there. Holy wow. That was awesome.
I actually called Caden's run before he tagged it, but he was waved in. Strike over the heart of the plate with Ludwigson in scoring position. That was also called a strike. Must have caught the last half of the plate. So 0-2. And punched out on 3 pitches is Ryan Tobler.
One dad in the crowd is not happy with that one.
second pitch was
That's
strike.
ball.
and there'll be 2 outs at the and Folkman at the plate. Take strike 1. DH Dylan Folkman. Swing up the first base line.
Uh-oh.
First baseman will take it himself for the 3rd out, but not before Skyline drives in 3 off the bat of Dylan Ludwigson. And Skyline with 2 hits and 3 runs off 2 walks, I believe, in that inning. No walks. Was there a walk?
2.
2 walks. So we go to the top of the 2nd. Skyline up 3 to nothing over Woodinville. So we go to the top of the 2nd. Leading off for Woodinville is the number 5 hitter, Braden Perry, left fielder. On the outside corner for strike 1. In the dirt for ball 1. And straight up the box over Grimmer's head for a base hit in the center field. So leadoff hitter gets on board with a nice strong base hit through the box. And with no outs, first baseman Alex Wenzel is up. Agassi giving some instructions to the infield. As the bunt is most likely on, it looks like Blake Goldthwait has stepped in a little bit on third. And that's a strike from Grimmer on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Fouled for strike 1. Outside for ball 2. That's a strike. That was on the outside corner. So again, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grimmer throwing strikes. Outside for ball 2. No outs for Woodinville with 1 on first. And that ball is punched out. Beautiful pitch by Michael Grimmer. And Wenzel goes down looking. So first out of the inning, not showing up on the scoreboard yet for second baseman Danny Roberto. Ball one to Danny. Throw to first. Good idea. High for ball two. Swing and miss for strike one. Firmer steps off. That ball is low. Ball three. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Uh-oh.
And lost him. So 2 on and 1 out for third baseman Andrew Hennessy. So Ludwigson is in on the grass at first. Big lead at second. That ball is over for strike one. Braden Perry with an enormous lead, and Skyline's not working too hard to keep him on second. Both Otis and Minold off the base. Otis comes in a little bit and goes back out. Outside for ball one. One ball and 1 strike. 1 out. 2 on. That is over for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A nice fastball by Grimmer. Looper up the first base line. Ludwigson there. Grabs it for the out. Runners advance. Nice play by Dylan to scoop that ball up. And there's 2 outs in the inning with runners on second and third. Noah Vipe up now for Woodinville, center fielder. And Goldwake comes into the almost to the grass at third. Ludwigson is back at regular depth. And this ball's hit right at Ludwigson too. He takes it himself for out number 3. So Grimmer pitches out of trouble. 1 hit, no runs, and no errors. And 2 big runs left on second and third for Skyline. We go to the bottom of the second. Skyline 3, Woodinville 0. And Skylar is still awake. Good job on the camera work,
Moving
Skylar.
pretty quickly.
Thanks for coming today.
Of course. Do all games move this fast, or did I just show up to really slow games at the beginning of the year?
Well, the first game we were at, I think, was like 17-6.
11 to something, I think.
It was
right?
17.
Oh.
It was a long
Liberty.
game. Long game.
And it only went to the 5th inning, too.
Yeah, that was the leadoff game of the season. Very wet.
At least I don't have
Our
to go to
first
any more of
game.
those, I hope.
Yep. Most games are going to be. We're actually kind of we're not in the booth per se. We are outside the booth. We're in the fielder's cage behind home plate. Not the fielder's.
Y'all want to see?
Not really the fielder's cage. It's the maintenance cage where they keep all the equipment. And we were asked not to go in the booth and interfere with the announcer in the booth or the scorekeeper. So Blake Oldway steps in for Skyline. Against Cooper. Over, fastball for strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Uh-oh.
That ball was also very fast. Blake is inside the batter's box, and that ball is over. It might get through. If it does, it could be a single. Blake is out by a nice throw on the shortstop, who gets the ball on a roll and throws to first, who comes up limping. The first baseman maybe pulled something, but Blake legging it out all the way. Otis Fontenelle up now and takes the first pitch swinging and fouled off to the right. Cooper very efficient so far this inning. Swing, slow roller, third baseman picks it up, throws to first in time for out number two. Only two pitches thrown to Fontenelle that time. So we are back to the top of the order. Braden Bartholomew with two outs.
Not looking good for Skyline at the moment.
Skyline's done a ton of damage with two outs this season. It's actually been quite refreshing. Not giving up and showing how you can still have a bunch of accomplishments even with two outs. And that looked like it hit him.
After it bounced off the ground.
It wouldn't matter, but it must not have hit him or he would be at first. That was kind of a weird bounce, though.
I didn't get a replay. I don't remember to capture replays at baseball, but
That's all right.
if I do, I'll get one.
That pitch is right up the box. Hard play for the second baseman. He bobbles, and that is a hard play. So we're gonna give a base hit to Braden for that one.
Got a replay on that.
And Manold comes up with two outs.
Swing, it bounced off the floor and goes running.
Tough play for the second baseman, and it's scored a hit.
Way out.
And Manold started the fun streak last inning with that single in the gap between short and third. And he's quickly ahead 2-0 with two outs. Jackson patient at the plate. Takes for strike 2, strike 1, 2 balls and 1 strike. Outside. 3-1 to Jackson. Outside, and he walks.
Oh.
Walks for Mason
That was
Perello,
nice.
who also walked last inning. So 2 on and 2 outs for Mason Perello. And I don't think they're going to pitch around him like they did last inning. Swing and a base hit to right center. That will bring in 1 run.
He dropped
Going
it.
to second is Perello with a 2-hit, 2-out double.
Amazing.
Started by the walk and then, or the hit and then the walk by Jackson Minold.
He hit
and
it, and then the
then
outfielder dropped the ball when he was out there. So that gave Skyline just enough time to get those 2 runs. Wow.
Yep. With Jackson chugging around third, they might have had a play at the plate, but I don't think they wanted to get Mason any further. So
Ball
2
1.
runs in for Skyline in the bottom of the second. Perello at second for Agassi Owen, who takes ball 1. And that is low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes and 2 outs for Agassi.
Looking good for Skyline. We got all the bases thing set up properly. There we go.
Low for ball 3.
Looks like Mason Perello might have a walk to third.
No, he doesn't get walked because the first base is open.
Oh, so it needs all the before ones need to be loaded first? Or?
The one before, there can't be an
Okay.
open base. And that ball is in the dirt, so he walks on 4 straight. Maybe intentional. Take the bat away from Agassi Owen, who will have Caden Culver run for him. Ludwigson with 2 outs last inning to get Grimmer out of trouble. Comes to the plate with 2 outs.
Caden got his fan club out here. Bunch of people cheering for him.
Yep. I saw his dad here at the tailgate anyway. Outside for ball 1. That's 5 straight balls by Cooper.
Let's hope he keeps up the streak here.
That ball is over. Curveball for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs to Dylan Ludwigson.
Hey.
That ball is hit well, but can be playable.
Oh.
The right fielder comes up and grabs it for out number 3, but not before Skyline tacks on 2 more runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. So we go to the top of the 3rd. Woodinville 0, Skyline 5.
We got Otis Fontanelle out for pitching today. No, that's Grimmer's out there.
Balls.
Oh, need some balls over here. hard following balls in baseball during pitches and stuff because that's why I don't. I'll have to leave it zoomed out because usually I'm good at tracking balls that go in parabolas, not straight lines. Because I can predict those. I don't know like where the end of a straight line is.
Sure. So leading off the top of the third is the leadoff hitter, shortstop Eli Jones.
Let's go, Eli. Wait, no. Wrong team. Forgot who was at bat.
That
Uh-oh.
ball is hit well into the gap in right
Should be
center
an out.
on his horse. And
Hey,
Mason
let's go,
Perello
Mason
comes
Perello.
across, makes the grab. Mason Perello showing his range and grabs that ball before Tobler could get to it. I don't think Tobler could have made it, but Perello got over there quickly and made the grab.
He was running for it there.
So 1 out for catcher Nathan Woodside. Lights are becoming more prominent here in this inning. That ball is outside for ball one. High and
Ball
outside
two.
for ball two. Grimmer's got him right where he wants him. High off speed for ball number 3.
Come on, Michael. Come on.
Taken all the way for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike to Woodside. That ball is
Oh.
hit, and Perello can't get up to that one. He tracks it down and gets the ball to Manold. Base hit by Woodside on a 3-1 pitch.
He's not too happy with that one.
So the tall Tyler Jones comes in with 1 out and 1 on for Woodinville. You gonna cheer him on too?
Huh?
You gonna cheer this guy on
No.
too? Missed something. Maybe a pinch runner. That is a nice curveball over for strike 1. There's another off-speed pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. 0-2 to Tyler Jones, the DH. 1 white shoe and 1 black shoe.
Michael's eyeing first base quite a bit.
That ball is just outside for ball 1. I don't know how Jones could have laid off of that one after that other one was called a strike.
Oh.
Another punches him out for strike 3, looking.
Let's take a look at that one. Boom.
And that ball
Out number 2.
slow enough to be over and nice enough to be called a strike. So 2 outs and 1 on. What a pitch by Grimmer. Runner goes, throw, and gets him! Great throw by Owen to Manold and gets the runner out at second for the third out in the inning. Skyline going in to the dugout with a head of steam. Congrats all around on some great defensive plays by Manold, of course, Agassi Owen, and Mason Pirello on his horse to get that hit to that drive to right center and make that catch on the fly. So we go to the bottom of the third. Woodinville 0, Skyline 5. Up next, Dylan Folkman for Skyline, followed up by Blake Goldthwait and Otis Fontanelle.
Jackson Manold right there. Blake Goldthwait right there on the left.
Nice shots of the dugout, Skyler. Couldn't get much better at major league level.
Sure, they can get
Beautiful
better in
camera
Major
work.
League. Sure, they have a budget there. I got what I got. Although I do have some pretty nice stuff. Most of the music here at Seattle U Baseball Stadium has been pretty spot on, in my opinion.
I mean, oldies related.
Yep. 70s and also some Star Wars music that today's May the 4th.
So Cooper stays in the game.
Got some people
5
watching
earned
from all
runs
the
so
way up
far.
there. Who are they? Yeah. They seem to be enjoying the game because they've been there for a while. Got Ryan Tobler for that. Going
I was wrong.
way out.
Tobler was up.
Ball one.
And then we will see Dylan Folkman. Tobler taking 4, ball 1. Tobler said hi to Skyler before the game, and Skyler like, "Oh-dee-da."
I missed
Hit
it. I thought
right
Caden
at the
Culver
right
said it.
fielder.
For out number 1.
I'm like, Skyler, Ryan said hi to you.
He was already like 100 feet away from me by then. I didn't want to.
He's Ryan's looking at him.
He was not looking at Caden Culver. That's what I thought
So
he
was
said.
Ryan.
I
Strike
did not
one
see that.
to Dylan
Okay.
Folkman. Yep, looked right at you.
I must have missed it.
Must have. He did. Folkman takes ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's ready to throw to first base. Way out.
Outside for ball
Ball
2.
number 2. What do we have here?
In the third.
Another ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ump's talking to catcher here. He's like, "You better catch these, son."
Hope Ryan gives you a hard time tomorrow when you go out, do your thing with them.
I don't think he's going to be there.
Outside on 4 pitches.
I don't think he's going to be there tomorrow. Justice said he might not be able to go. I'll ask him after the
That's
game.
it. He'll definitely not go now after Skyler snubbed him.
It's not even my thing.
All right, so the Woodinville coach is out of the dugout, and there's no way to tell if anybody's warming up because we can't see the bullpens from here as they are outside of the field. So Cooper comes out with 5 earned runs to his credit in 2 innings. Two and a third. And pitching now for Woodinville
Attention, please. Now pitching for Woodinville, number 15.
is Nate Schramm.
Blake's getting a little talking to over there by coach. He's like, see his pitching styles? Yeah, you have to learn to hit those. Or something like that. I don't know.
He's saying, yeah, they had some juicy burgers at the tailgate party. Too bad you missed them.
Yeah, I'm not
What-
sure where the good music went. I'm not sure what this is. You guys want to have a listen? Okay.
This must be the reliever warm-up music. So we got Dylan Folkman at first with 1 out, and Blake Goldthwait, third baseman, coming up for Skyline. And no, there is no organ here.
It's a fake organ.
So Schramm inherits a base runner, which will be credited to Cooper. Fastball is hit to right center. In the gap, it's dropping. It falls in and gets by the right fielder. So Blake Goldthwait with a single that falls in, and poor Folkman was stuck between first and second, waiting to see if that was caught. So runners at first and second with 1 out.
So I got a
for
question about
Otis
baseball.
Fontenelle.
I've been seeing a lot of things about this umpire named like Angel Hernandez or something.
Yeah,
Who's that guy?
we're not. We don't need to discuss that here. Let's keep controversy off. Strike on the outside corner. Late call. On 1 to Otis. Otis doing a very, very nice job pitching this season for Skyline. Also plays second. Outside, loses it, and that will advance Folkman on the pass ball.
I'm just like, I told you so. You gotta
So I think that makes the runner,
catch the balls.
well, if the ball's, so it's really tough if the pitcher throws the ball in the dirt and he has to try to pick it up.
Yeah.
Um,
So their pitcher should do that more often, is what you're saying.
Swing
Oh.
and hit right at the shortstop. Could be double play, and it is double trouble by Otis Fontenelle, and Skyline unable to capitalize on a couple of mistakes by Woodinville, leaving Folkman at third with 1 out. So we will go to the top of the 4th. Woodinville 0, Skyline 5.
Well, I saw this thing on the second. Oops.
So for Mike Perello's brother in Spokane, we have a scoreboard tonight. So hopefully you're able to keep up with the score.
Not a very good scoreboard, though.
It's better than what I have by myself, and sometimes the footage that I have with my camera is not as good because I am trying to do 4 or 5 things at once, including calling the game, so I don't have a scoreboard. But hopefully Mr. Perello is happy with the Chiron we have for him today. Michael Grimmer
I'm
still
yelling at-
in.
Ump is yelling at Woodinville's thing to stay in the dugout.
For
Agassi
Skyline.
is the catcher, per usual. Number 1, batting first.
So right fielder Ty Vandell up. And he hits a slow dribbler
Oh,
and picked up by Blake Goldthwait. And that was foul.
foul towards the middle. Okay,
It
Ump's
might-
having a meeting here.
You don't have a replay of that, do you?
Nope.
Okay. Because there's a debate. There's going to be a debate on whether the ball bounced in the box before it came out. Because the runner didn't go. And he's out. That is called an infield at bat. The batter thought that the ball bounced in the box before going out.
I got to give you a button
And
over here that will trigger
so-
a replay.
That is one out for Michael Grimmer. Nice give me
Good
for
job,
Goldthwait. That
Hit.
ball is hit hard toward Perillo.
He's
Went
got
back and comes back in, and he is there to make the grab for out number 2, Mason Perillo. Little slip as he went back and then saw the ball dropping and came in and caught up. Perillo having a great job in center tonight. So 2 outs.
Michael Grimmer's looking
For-
pretty intimidating out there right now.
First baseman Alex Wenzel, who takes ball 1. With such good defense behind him, Grimmer can afford to throw a few more strikes and a 5-run lead.
Strike.
There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Wenzel.
This game is moving pretty quickly, isn't it? And almost
Inside.
hits him.
And it
Oh, it
tapped
does.
his jersey, just tapped it. I think he
Oh, it-
actually turned in.
I don't know if yeah, he did turn in. Look. He turned in.
That's baseball.
Oh, wow.
So, Grimmer was first hit batter of the game. And with 2 outs, Roberto comes to the plate and takes ball 1. Good pitch by Grimmer.
Grimmer's been doing
Even though it
some
was a
pretty
ball.
good pitches today.
That ball
Hits.
is hit to right fielder. It's going to be tough for Tobler.
Oh, he
but
got
he runs
it.
it down and catches it
For out
on the
number 3.
run for out number 3. Ryan Tobler showing his range, coming to his left and in as that ball was just softly hit to right. Makes a great catch.
Rain started to come down again on the guys.
And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Woodinville 0, Skyline 5.
It's getting rainy out there.
And the rain is seeming to drop. It doesn't seem that hard for the time being.
And look
So-
at the lights out there.
But it was raining pretty hard when we got here earlier for the Woodinville or the Eastlake game. In fact, it was raining pretty hard and they were still playing, and it cleared up nicely. So now the rain's, with the temperature dropping, the rain started. Staying in for Woodinville, Nate Schramm is still pitching.
Weather hasn't loaded with the rain yet, but
So do we have someone from Spokane joining us? Or we can't tell.
no one. Well, I might be able to tell if I go in.
That's all right. We don't need that.
I might be able to. I think I will in post though.
So Braden Bartholomew will start up. the bottom of the fourth for Skyline. And calls of bark, bark, barked. Top of the order for Skyline.
Ball one.
And he takes for ball one.
The inside. I'm learning what that means. Strike.
Strike.
1-1.
Looked like he wanted that pitch, but just didn't turn around on it.
Those dudes are still watching from next to the school bus. It's starting to rain, though. Not sure if they'll
And Bartholomew over the shortstop for a base hit into left field. Leadoff base hit for Braden Bartholomew brings up Jackson Manold, who's 2 for 2 on the night. And in this situation, I've seen him bunt a lot of, or look for a bunt, so I wouldn't be surprised that he squares around.
Uh-oh.
Throw to first, not in time, and gets Bartholomew back to first. Squares to bunt, pulls back for ball one. Runner goes. Bartholomew is
he
in there,
loses it.
and the throw is in the dirt. Unable to come up with it as shortstop. So Bart with the steal. And that'll take away the double play and perhaps the bunt. Well, maybe not with 2 balls. I'd say the bunt's still on. What do you think, Skylar?
I know nothing about baseball. That's all you. Nope.
In the dirt.
That looks like
So
ball 3.
So no squaring to bunt on that pitch. So the bunt may be off with a 5-run lead.
Oh,
Strike
good
one.
strike.
Taking all the way on an outside corner strike to Jackson.
One more ball. It's a walk. Obviously, but
That ball
that's a
catches
strike
the
number
inside
2.
corner for strike 2. 3-2, no outs.
It's
so that ball
foul.
is hit right foul. And Manold showing awesome patience at the plate.
He's ready for it.
Taking 5 pitches before swinging at the 6th.
Oh,
Strike. And he gets
strike.
punched out looking. So Manold will go to the dugout.
First out
2
at
for
the
3
bottom.
so far on the night. Mason Perillo coming to the plate. And Perillo will draw a walk because he drove, I think he didn't, wasn't Perillo the one who drove in 3 runs on a stand-up double? I think.
I don't know what a stand-up double
I think
is. So.
Perillo drove in 3. So Perillo's been walked the last couple of games. He's been walked like 3 or 4 times. But they always go to the next hitter, which is the cleanup. In this case, it's Agassi Owen, who takes high for ball 1. Agassi with amazing on base percentage will take a pitch in the ribs to get on base. That ball is low and outside for ball 2. Runners on first and second, 1 out. for Agassi. That ball is outside for ball 3.
Come on, Agassi. Come on, pitcher, pitch another out or another ball. Not an out. Be good.
That ball's right down the center. Maybe a little low. But they called strike 1. So Agassi takes the gloves off and hits a high fly pop-up. Second baseman grabs it for out number 2, looking up into the rain. And that the walk seemed to have paid off now so far, but there's still 2 outs for Ludwigson. Or was it Ludwigson that drove in 3?
Something like that. One of them.
Ludwigson maybe drove in 2. Ludwigson takes one up the middle, shovel pass to the shortstop from second, will get Pirello. So danger averted by that pop-up by Agassi Owen on a 3-1 count. So we go to the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left.
Dugout's clearing out a little bit over there.
So the rain is starting to come down a little bit harder. Looks like no defensive changes for Skyline yet. Grimmer stays in to pitch. And leading off the top of the 5th is third baseman Andrew Hennessy. Grimmer pitching 2-hit ball through
Camera's gonna go
4.
off for a second here. Right, and we are back. Just
Well,
like
I hope we
that.
never left.
Well, I had to change out the battery.
Ah,
Don't got the big boy battery today. We got to use the small ones.
so Grimmer coming to the top of the 5th with 5 runs.
Hits.
That ball is hit right toward Pirello, but it's soft enough to drop in for a base hit. Nice soft hit to the spot right past second base. Pirello unable to blink his eyes and magically appear at the location where that ball dropped.
Rain's coming in pretty hard now.
So, 1 on, nobody out. In the dirt,
He's ready to throw that one to first base there.
Noah Vaperi. 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and another soft liner. This time, Pirello's able to catch up to it. Gets the ball in to Manold quickly, and that will keep the runner at first. So 1 out, runner at first, and back to the top of the order for Woodinville, shortstop Eli Jones. Squares to bunt, gets the ball at the third base line. Grimmer picks it up to Ludwigson, draws him off the bag, and that will actually move the runners over. So a nice sacrifice bunt that ended up being a hit on the throw by Grimmer. So they're giving Woodinville a hit on that one. 2 on, 1 out. Woodside swings the first pitch, foul to the right.
Snuck that ball away there.
So
What a
Woodside,
souvenir. Coach just tossed it right to one of the players in the dugout, and he hit it.
that ball is hit foul to the left. Enough room if
Oh. So close.
Bartholomew could have gotten over there, but he's playing a nice, safe left field, well off the line. So quickly, 2 strikes for Grimmer. Blake Goldthwait staying right in the baseline, just outside of the baseline at third. Swing, fair, right to Ludwigson. And they're calling that a foul ball as he caught it out off the line at first.
Huh?
So that will be a foul ball. Strike 4, what the scoreboard says.
I'm never going to understand how this game works.
That ball was hit foul, and Ludwigson grabbed it out. So what's the count, Blue? What's the count, Blue?
1-2, was
I think
that?
he said 1-1.
1-1. Okay.
1 and 2. That ball is hit up the box. Manold can't get to it. That'll score a run. Perello throwing home. And he's safe at second.
What?
Woodinville scores a run on the single by Tyler. Nice hit.
Looked like he wasn't safe there.
And
Not
on the
moving
throw,
down.
he goes to second.
It's not looking good for Skyline here.
So Woodside with a single and advances on the throw, scores a run, scores an RBI, and now we have runners at second and third with only 1 out for Tyler Jones. Oh, that's not Tyler Jones. Ty Vandal, right fielder Ty Vandal. So Woodinville with their first run of the evening.
Yep.
So bases loaded.
When did that guy get there?
I think they walked him. And that ball is up the box. Throw. Home. Owen with the ball. Collision at the plate. And he is out. Throw to third. Oh!
What happened?
Way to go, Agassi!
I got a replay on the out here with Agassi.
Nice throw by Perello from center
Just
field.
goes out and tags him.
Gets the out at home.
Agassi got slammed there, though.
Snap throw over to Goldthwait at third. Not in time to get that runner, but we're at 2 outs and 2 on.
good.
For Braden Perry.
Come on, Michael.
Runner goes behind you. Up. They want to try to score that run. And the hot box,
Why didn't he throw it to first?
because they didn't want, because it's a ploy to get the runner at third home while they're busy with this guy over here. So that guy possibly could score if while they're chasing this guy down.
Okay. Good to know.
So runner actually gets back to first. He actually was trying to get into a hot box, as we've seen a number of times this season. Sometimes successfully, sometimes not. This time there was no harm done. 1 ball and no strikes. That ball is hit foul. Not sure if it's reachable.
It isn't. Bring it back here, Blake.
So fouled off. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Perry. 2 outs. Both teams with 6 hits. That ball's in the dirt. Runner goes. But wisely doesn't throw in case the guy at third decides to sprint for home. So Agassi keeps that run from scoring, and a no throw to second. I'm not sure if they count that as a steal or not. So Grimmer with the 2-1. High fastball. 3-1. First base is open.
Rain's starting to come in our direction now.
Showing squeeze, but
Uh-oh.
so walk
First.
given up.
Base is loaded. Like a baked potato.
Bases loaded, and
Skyline coach
Coach
is starting to
comes
come
out.
out.
And is having a word with Grimmer on what the plan is. So bottom line is, with bases loaded, the go-ahead run is at the plate with 2 outs. So Wenzel comes to the plate, number 6 hitter. High fastball. Don't let that third base runner distract you, Michael.
Strike one.
Off-speed pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs.
It's all on you, Michael.
That
Uh-oh.
ball is hit. Trouble. That's a base hit. That'll drive in 1. Tolber throws the ball in, and he's in safe. Double, a single scoring 2 by Wenzel.
Not good for Skyline.
So 4 runs this inning, most of them coming on 2 outs for Woodinville.
4. I counted 3.
And it looks like Nathan Danny Roberto has stepped in. Woodinville coming through with some really nice clutch hitting here in the top of the fifth.
That's what I'm saying.
And it looks like that will be all we see for Grimmer tonight.
Shaking hands with Grimmer. It's like he's gone.
So we will have a new pitcher for Skyline.
Who's it gonna be?
And coming in to pitch for Skyline,
Number 2.
big applause for Grimmer. Great job tonight. Looks like it's going to be Connor Schuneman in relief of Grimmer, who leaves with 2 runners on. And Connor Schuneman in relief of Grimmer. Last minute instructions by Coach Hemphill, and Schuneman will come in and do some warm-ups, and then we will be back in action with 2 outs. Pinch runner for Woodinville. Pinch runner run for Woodinville. And so Connor Schuneman comes in. He's only pitched it less than a handful of times this year after coming in from a shoulder injury. He's been pretty impressive so far. And 2 outs. For Woodinville with the tying run at third. Outside
Strike 1.
corner for strike 1.
Uh-oh. Out!
Safe, he touched the plate. So Woodinville ties on the squeeze.
That was all a distraction.
Schuneman throwing to third on the delayed steal.
Agassi
And-
caught it first, but if it would have been a foot backwards, he would have gotten it.
Yep, not
Look.
quick enough to get the tying run. Yep. So 0-1. So he might have gone. So is that strike 2?
I don't know.
So we're tied at 5. Woodinville with 5 runs in the top of the 5th.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That ball's over for strike 2.
1 more.
2 and 2, 2 outs. Runner on second. Swing up the right left field line, foul. 2-2, 2 outs. Big rally by Woodinville this inning. Schumann reaches back and throws a fastball in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Woodinville bench all fired up. And lost him. So Schuneman gives up a walk on his first batter. So the go-ahead runs at second with 2 outs.
Uh-oh.
Andrew Hennessy takes out outside corner for strike 1. Swing. Strike 2. 0-2 to Hennessy. Swing and a foul. Gets Agassi. And umpire's giving Agassi a little bit of time to walk it off. Yeah, but it hit Agassi in the thigh. Umpire's good about giving catchers recovery time. 0-2 to Hennessy. Pop foul. Way out of play. But Ludwigson giving it a good try. Yep. All these runs coming on, I believe, 2 outs. Taking a page out of Skyline's playbook. Outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and hit up the line. Goldthwait gets it up and can't make it. Bases loaded on an infield single up the left field line, third base line to Blake Goldthwait. And the speedy Hennessy gets to first before the throw, and Ludwigson unable to handle the ball as it was in the dirt. So bases loaded, 2 outs again this inning for Woodinville. Connor Schuneman trying to stop the bleeding. Swing and a miss for strike 1. High for ball 1. Shows bunt. That would be definitely an interesting call. Up and in for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Three balls and 1 strike on the appeal. Connor struggling to throw strikes. That's a strike, and it goes right to shortstop Jackson. who takes the ball himself to second for the third out. Long half of the inning for Skyline. A big meeting along the third base line for the team with Coach Hemphill. Volkman looks like he will be leading off the inning. A lot of really nice two-out hits by Woodinville that inning. A lot of short field hits just over the infield's reach. And not a lot the defense could do. Try to keep the ball in front of them. So rally hats on for Skyline in the bottom of the fifth. We have a new pitcher for Woodinville. Nope, we don't have a new pitcher for Woodinville. Nate Schramm stays in. There was some movement on the defense for Woodinville. Well, that's weird. I could have sworn. Oh well, maybe not. Ryan Tobler now up for Skyline leading off. Now the Skyline bench. A lot of chatter over there. Dylan Folkman on deck. Tobler. Huge gap between short and second. Swing and a miss for strike two on a long looping curveball. Tied at 5 into the bottom of the fifth. Inside and low for ball one. That ball's low for ball two. Right up the box. Big gap. Turn around and throws. Tobler's in with an infield single. Leadoff. And Ryan Tobler getting the bench cheering for Skyline with Dylan Folkman. DH coming up for Skyline. One on, nobody out. Swing right at the shortstop for out number one. Blake Goldthwait now at the plate. Tobler makes the steal. Nice steal by Ryan. On the outside corner for strike 2. 0-2. So Goldthwait. That ball is slow. Curveball. Plenty of time to make a play. And caught in foul territory by the third baseman for out number 2. Coming to the plate for Skyline with 2 outs is Otis Fontenelle. And go-ahead run at second in Ryan Tobler. Caught the outside corner for a strike. Outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. He lays off, but called strike 2. Forcing Otis's hand. That ball is on the outside corner for strike 3. And Otis looking. So danger averted with Skyline's leadoff single. So we go to the top of the 6th, tied at 5. Connor Schooneman stays in to pitch for Skyline. Gotten quiet over on the Skyline side. No defensive changes for Skyline. Stepping in for the first pitch, sky high, and there to make the catch is Jackson Manold for out number 1. So top of the order is retired. Or Eli Jones from the top of the order is retired. Number 2 up, and number 2 overall is Nathan Woodside. Strike 1 by Connor. Swing and foul tip for strike 2. Swing and foul up the right field line. And Woodside stays alive. I think we lost Skylar. 2 strikes to Woodside. Outside curveball for ball 1. That ball is high. Fastball for ball 2. That ball is hit foul. 2-2 to Woodside. That ball is straight up the box too. Rooster tail on the ball as it slowly rolls out to Mason Perello. So a 1-out hit by Woodside will bring up the number 3 batter, Jones, I believe. Tall DH, who gave Grimmer a hard time from third. It may have distracted him just enough. One out, one on for Schooneman. Swing and a number right to Jackson Manold. Jammed him for out number 2. So Vandal up now for Woodinville. 2 outs, and now we have a pinch runner for Woodinville at first. In the dirt. Something might have hit him in the throat at some point. Umpire giving him a little time. Coach Hemphill out to take a look. Asks him if he's okay. Checks his throat. Make sure his Adam's apple's still there. So 1 ball and no strikes to Jones. High and inside for ball 2. That ball's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. Runner on first. Low and inside for ball 3. And he walked him. Perry up now for Woodinville with 2 on and 2 outs. Low for ball 1. That ball is hit into the gap in left center. Looks like Braden Bartholomew's there at the 3rd out in the inning. Threat averted. And we go to the top of the 6th. 5-5. Woodinville really able to shut down Skyline since the first 2 innings. And Sham came. Is it Sham? Schramm came in and has really shut down Skyline. So his pitch count's probably getting up there. Skyline very efficient with their hitting. Woodinville has 9 hits to Skyline's 7. No errors this game. And the score is tied at 5. All the Woodinville's runs coming at the top of the 5th. Looks like we're back at the top of the order for Skyline and Braden Bartholomew. Braden hits a blooper that is in short, shallow right. Second baseman comes out to make the catch for out number 1. First pitch swinging. So Jackson Manold, who worked the count full his last time up before striking out, comes to the plate for Skyline with 1 out. Outside for ball 1. Schramm thought that was a strike. Chewing his gum out there on the mound. Low and outside for ball 2. That ball is over for strike 1. Nice curveball by Schramm. And Jackson Manold with a base hit to right. Manold 3 for 4 on the day. Great plays and offense by Manold. Just some nice balls hit into the shallow outfield. A roller in the gap between short and third. And this might be all we see for sure. He's done a great job. He might be on a pitch count. We might want to check and see if he's okay. Woodinville being very cautious that they don't let any more Skyline runs come across the plate. So they leave Schramm in after a discussion at the mound. The umpire not even going out. And we will see Mason Perello come to the plate with 1 out. Quick throw to first. Gets Jackson back. Perello. Low for ball 1. Outside for ball 2. Nothing. Nothing. Swing and a foul back for strike 1. Perello guessing correctly. Low and outside for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. With Agassi Owen on deck. And he walks. Mason Perello. I believe that might, I'm not sure if that's his 3rd walk of the game, but it's surely his 2nd. Coming up is Agassi Owen. Now we might see a change in pitching. Schramm has pitched 3 2/3 innings beautifully, pitching shutout ball. So coming in for Woodinville is number 9, Levi Grothin. Agassi Owen steps in. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Curveball catches the inside corner for strike 2, 1-2. Fastball high. They want to challenge the swing, and it's safe. So ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Agassi. Outside for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he lost him. He didn't. That was a late call by Blue. Not even sure that that was a strike. Didn't even make any motions that it was a call, except for telling Agassi that that was a 3rd strike. So Dylan Ludwigson would come to the plate with 2 outs on looked like a non-call by Blue. And that comes right back to us on a foul back by Dylan. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 to Dylan. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that will retire Skyline on a questionable call by the home plate umpire on that third strike to Agasio, and on a ball that was clearly low and inside and not even a clear call. So we go to the top of the 7th, tied at 5. Coming out to pitch for Skyline, is Hunter Hickson. In relief for Skyline. So Hunter Hickson comes in. For Connor Schooneman. Defensive changes for Skyline. Taking a look around the field, I don't see any defensive changes. Everybody in their customary positions. So Hunter Hickson, the new pitcher for Skyline. Or leading off is Alex Wenzel. Hickson steps in. Swing over toward right center, curving away from Perillo, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Perillo, with the ball cutting away from him, runs it down and catches the ball for out number 1. Mason Perillo. And with 1 out, second baseman Danny Roberto will step in. Outside. That ball is ball 2. That ball is low and outside for ball 3. I'd say so. That ball is over for strike 1. Skyler's going to come in with his commentary now. Hickson delivers ball 4. So with a 1 out walk, it's just in our ears. Hopefully this is only out. Hickson throws to first. That ball's in the dirt. Agassi keeps it in front of him for ball 1. inside, and time called by Agassi. Two balls. That ball is a strike. Low strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out and 1 on. And time called by Hunter. That ball's in the dirt to Hennessy. Three balls and 1 strike. Hunter struggling to find the plate. Swing right at Josh
Out.
or Jackson,
A double out.
and gets the lead runner. Jackson gets the lead off runner,
Double
and there was
out.
some obstruction by the runner, so that counts as a double play as the second base runner caused some sort of obstruction on Jackson or interference. So that will be counted as a double play. Big argument by the Woodinville coach, and umpires telling him to go sit down. But I'm not sure if we could see that interference or not. He must have done something to block Manold from getting that a clean view or a clean throw to first. So it's game time, bottom of the 7th before we go into extras. Woodinville 5, Skyline 5, and Dylan Folkman looks like he will be leading off the bottom of the 2nd, followed up by Blade Goldthwait and Otis Fontanelle. So pep talk in the dugout. It will actually be Ryan Tobler up and then Dylan Folkman. I've been messing that one up all evening. Folkman's always out here warming up when he's on deck, while Tobler hasn't come out yet. So Skyline comes to the plate. Ryan Tobler. Ball curves over for strike 1. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a foul tip for strike 2. Stayed back on it and fouled it back. Tobler had a nice look at that one. One ball and 2 strikes. Outside and high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh,
Stayed with it, but hit it right at the pitcher, who throws to first for out number 1. So Folkman will come to the plate. Low and outside for ball 1. Right back at us, fouled. 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside corner for strike 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
one home run
So
here.
Blake Goldthwait will come to the plate with 2 outs. That ball is over for strike 1. Swing and up with it is the shortstop. Can't make the throw. That ball's in the dugout, and that will be a free base. It doesn't go into the dugout, but a 2-out single by Goldthwait and Otis Fontenelle. And we might have a pinch hitter for Otis. Oh, pinch runner for Goldthwait. Jackson Buis.
Hewis.
So pinch runner for Otis Fontenelle with 2 outs. Otis swings and hits the gap. Shortstop grabs it, but can't make the play. That's an infield single by Fontenelle, and the winning run is at second for Blake, for Braden Bartholomew. Braden Bartholomew, 2 outs. Winning run at second.
Yeah.
Skyler woke up for this one. So we have a conference out of the mound.
Number 9's feeling the pressure. Game could be on this.
Braden Bartholomew coming up. 2 on, 2 outs. Skyline fighting and crawling back. 1 error by Woodinville scored. Not sure what that play was on, but each team with 5 runs and 9 hits. Bartholomew takes for ball 1. A lot of shouts from the Skyline side. Swing and a foul up the third base line for strike one. A lot of shouts. Go Bart. Go Bart. One ball and one strike. Swing,
Oh.
and it's dropping, but it gets to the
Oh.
right fielder, gets to it for the third out, and will go to
No.
extras. No
No.
runs, 2 left by Skyline, and we will go to the top of the 8th. Argument with that interference call from the previous inning. Still, Hickson still in for Skyline in the top of the 8th. And we'll keep it right here. No defensive changes for Skyline. Coming up now for Woodinville. Center fielder Noah Vipe up for Woodinville to lead off the top of the 8th. Hickson delivers, number right back to him, makes the throw to Ludwigson for out number 1. Hickson getting in there on the defensive end and gets one out by himself with Ludwigson at the other end of that one. So back to the top of the order for Woodinville, Eli Jones. Big grunt from Hickson as he delivered that ball. And that ball, bat is loose and goes onto the roof of the Skyline dugout. One ball and one strike. That should count for 2 strikes. Hickson steps in. Curveball hit high to the gap. Perillo calling for it.
Oh. What?
Miscommunication, and the ball sticks like a golf ball in the mud. And that is a stand-up double. I don't know if I call that a double or not. I call that maybe a single with an E on
It's going back first.
other So they're calling that a hit. No error, while Perillo and Bartholomew discuss who's going to pick up the ball over coffee and a donut. So the go-ahead runs to second with one out. That ball is way, 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 way outside.
Makes it third.
And the runner advances with one out. And nobody covering home, while Agassi Owen comes back to get the ball. So that could have been a big run by Jones if he had noticed that nobody was covering home. One out. Go ahead and run at third. Sacrifice is in order. Strike. One ball and one strike by Hickson. Lifts it out, foul. That won't get the runner home, but that'll be two strikes. Hickson needs a strikeout. That ball is outside. Owen able to grab it before it comes back here, and probably Braden Bartholomew will move to right.
We're back up. We're at 15. Thanks.
Not under there. That's going to
phone-
block all the signals.
Phone was under there and it worked.
So Culver comes in for Hunter Hickson spot, but Culver, I believe, will be in left.
Blake is
Yes.
pitching. Is that Blake?
No, that is Mason Perillo. Came in from center.
Yes.
And Braden Bartholomew, I believe, will move to center, and Ryan Tobler will stay in right. It's, I believe, what we will have. Moves his head on that fastball. So one out. Go ahead, run at third. Or the DH. Jones, I believe. Tyler Jones.
Still one on third.
So they give the base to Jones on an IBB. And that will bring up the cleanup hitter, Vandell, for Woodinville. Swing, and that is a base hit. Culver runs over to it, misses it. That'll drive in three. And a 1-out double to left center, drives in 3 with the bases loaded and 1 out. Woodinville taking a 3-run lead on 1 hit after the intentional walk to Jones. So made him pay. That ball is high. Morello throwing so hard his hat keeps coming off. But most of his pitches are high, and I think they picked up on that while he was warming up. Swing to left field. Culver has a chance at it and makes the catch for out number 2. So Wenzel up now for Woodinville with 2 outs and a runner on second. Fastball low, but over the plate for strike 1. Nice to see that pitch down. That ball gets away from Agassi Owen, allowing the runner on second to advance. So pass ball on Agassi. And that puts a runner on third with 2 outs. 1 ball and 1 strike. High fastball. High and outside for ball 3. That ball is hit right up the box. That'll drive in another run. With 2 outs.
I've been tallying up the points for the last.
So Roberto up now with 2 outs. And a runner on first. Woodinville putting this game farther and farther out of reach for 1 single at bat. Skyline. We've seen him do it before, though. Morello is throwing the ball so hard, but you just can't keep it down. Nine to 5 Woodinville. High fastball. Ball 2. Foul tip for strike 1. There's a called strike on a slow off speed. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 4 in for Woodinville. That ball's in the dirt. Gets in there. Throw to second. And not in time, as the ball was pretty far away from Agassi. He had to pick it up and then make the throw. So 3-2. And a walk on a high fastball. Not sure if they were going to bring anybody in today for Mason. They're just going to leave him out there to try to close out the inning. High fastball. That ball is low and fouled back right for strike one. Pitch down. Inside. High. And caught him off base. Agassi with a nice throw to end the inning, but not before Woodinville tacks on a huge 4-run lead in the top of the eighth. Rally caps on near the Skyline dugout. With a huge hill to climb.
Suppose all I gotta do now is hit a bunch of home runs.
We haven't seen a home run here yet today, but we have seen Perillo come in with a grand slam in one of the games this year to win. Rain did stop about 2 innings ago. Jackson Manold is 3 for 4 on the evening. Trying to get a spark. Outside
Ball
and
one.
low for ball one. Low. Ball two. That one catch the lower part of the strike zone for strike one. 2-1.
Got scoreboard at the second ball, but nope.
Hit right to the shortstop. Manold legging it out, but can't get there in time for out number one. And that'll bring up Mason Perillo. No need to try to walk him or put him on. With the 4-run lead, they'll pitch right at him. They may pitch around him, but Perillo fouls off the second pitch for strike one. to Perello. High. For ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2 to Mason. Perello takes ball 4. So Mason Perello keeping hope alive for Agassi Owen. Low, but in there for strike 1. A little bit of a delay call on that one, too. That ball is hit sky high to center field. Running in, and the center fielder makes the catch for out number 2. So Dylan Ludwigson up with 2 outs and already has 1 strike. Now they clear the board. So 2 outs for Ludwigson. Takes for ball 1. Right down the heart of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. That ball is looped low, and nice
game.
catch by the left fielder will end the game after 8. Woodinville wins 9-5 on a huge 4-run inning to wax off the Spartans. So I'm not sure where we go from here, but we will see you for the next playoff game for the Spartans sometime Tuesday, May 7th, which we will be actually preempted with a soccer game at the same time. So we will have to figure out how to work that game Tuesday. It'll be an interesting deal as we move forward throughout the rest of the season. Soccer, boys soccer with a big strong win last night. Skyline with a huge disappointing loss here in Bellevue at Bannerwood Stadium. So for Skylar Enns, I really appreciate him stepping up tonight and coming with me, and Kyle Enns signing off, and we will see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.